Now that you've received your trio, let's review what's inside the kit. You will find an instruction manual for proper use of the trio technology, 2 brewing decanters, a charging base, 2 bottles of supplement, 1 general purpose and sanitizing cleaner, and 1 for glass and heavy duty cleaning, a scoop for proper measurement of the supplements, a transformer, and a power cord. You may have the original Trio that came in yellow, or you may have the new Trio Plus, which has advanced electrics and improved alloys. Either Trio device will give you the same consistent cleaning and sanitizing solution. Your Trio sanitizing solution and cleaning solution may come in the original Trio packaging. All of the new Trio supplements come in our convenient color-coded labeling, so it's easier for the user to know exactly what you're using. Either solution works just as well, and either solution can be used in either one of the Trio devices. So the original Trio or the Trio Plus with enhanced electrics and improved alloys will work with any of the approved Trio cleaning solutions. Now let's activate the power base for the Trio. So take the power base and you'll need the transformer. The transformer has a specially designed power supply that fits into the back of the Trio base. Plug this in and then take the power supply cord and go to the back of the transformer. Plug this into the transformer. The power supply will only fit in one way. Then take the power supply and plug it into the wall. You'll know it's properly set up when you hear the familiar chirp. Now let's review the proper procedure for making GenEon glass cleaner. Start with the power base, and as we said, plug in the power base, and you'll know it's powered up when you hear the familiar chirp. Then take the brewing decanter and set it on the Trio base. You'll know it's properly positioned when you hear it chirp on the base. The blue power light will tell you that it's also properly mated, and you will see a blue light inside the brewing decanter, which lets you know that the decanter is properly positioned. Open the top of the decanter by simply unscrewing the top. To put in the glass cleaning supplement, take the scoop, take 1 measured scoop, and put it in the bottom of the decanter first. Then, take tap water and simply pour it inside the decanter. Always remember not to overfill it, and generally keep it about 1 inch from the top of the decanter. Now, return the top to the back of the decanter and screw it down. Push the start button. You'll hear the chirp that tells you that the brewing cycle has begun. You'll also notice that the blue lights are turning in a clockwise motion, letting you know that the brewing process has begun. Halfway through, you'll hear a click, and the lights will begin to turn the other way. This is to ensure that the plates are clean and operating at peak performance at all time. Another way that you can check to see if the Trio is operating properly is you'll notice air bubbles coming up inside the Trio decanter. This indicates that the electrolysis process is happening and that the Trio is functioning correctly. Wait for the Trio to operate approximately about 3 minutes. You'll hear a beep when the Trio has completed its brewing cycle, and at that point, the solution is ready to be put into a spray bottle and used for cleaning glass and other surfaces. Now that we've brewed a batch of Trio glass cleaning solution, let's test the solution to see how the solution has turned out. This is common pH test strips. You can pick these up from most distributors or contact GenEon directly and we can supply them with you. These will measure the strength of the cleaning solution. To do that, we'll take the strip and simply immerse it in the glass cleaning solution. We pull it out of the solution and we put it against this pH scale on the back of the bottle. This particular batch has turned out to be about 9.5 pH. Most common blue glass cleaners that you are familiar with are going to be in the 9 to 10 pH range. All the pH simply means is the strength of the cleaning solution. The dirtier or greasier the surface, the higher pH you will want to be able to remove grease or oils that are on cooktops or stoves or other challenging cleaning circumstances. After you've produced a batch of the trio cleaning solutions, either our degreaser or glass cleaner, remember that the solutions are stable until you use them up. So after you've brewed it in the decanter, feel free to put them into a conventional trigger sprayer, or if it's more convenient, you can fill up a buddy jug and have larger batches on hand for your customers to use. The cleaner and the degreaser stay stable until you use them up. So feel free to put them in a larger container or a spray bottle for ease of use for you and your staff. Now let's review how to make the Trio heavy-duty degreasing solution. To make the degreasing solution, take the provided scoop and put in 2 full scoops of the supplement into the bottle. Just as in the glass cleaner, then add the water to the decanter. And then push the button to activate. Again, just as with the glass cleaner, you'll notice that the blue light starts to turn around the start button, indicating that the unit is operating properly. Again, you'll see the oxidation bubbles rising in the decanter, indicating that it's properly charging the unit. The unit will run for approximately 3 minutes, and then you'll hear a beep, and a blue light will start to flash in the base, indicating that the solution has completed its brewing. When brewing, you can brew and leave the unit overnight. You'll know the next morning that it's completed its cycle because the blue LED light will continue to flash in the base, indicating that it's completed its cycle. Now that we've brewed a batch of the Trio degreaser, you have the options of storing it as you did the glass cleaner. You could store it in a buddy jug, or you could decant it into a trigger sprayer. Remember, the Trio degreaser is stable until you use it up, so there's no need to go back and put it in the decanter for recharging. Once you make it, it's stable and ready to use until you use it up. As before with the Trio glass cleaner, now let's test the pH of the degreasing solution. So we're going to use the same pH test strips. We're going to take a strip out of here. We've just brewed this solution and we're going to close the cap. Now remember, the degreasing solution is a stronger water-based solution for heavy cleaning environments like cooktops or other heavy grease-laden environments. Let's put the strip in the water, we'll take it out, and then we'll put it down to see that what we've created is about 11.5 pH solution. While this is a strong pH, it's very, very similar to other degreasers that are used in the market today and will be highly effective for cleaning heavy cooktop areas, barbecues, and other difficult greasy environments where cooking or food-related grease is at. The solution is made with a food-safe dye, so it's safe to use in areas where food will have contact after you've cleaned the area. When making the sanitizer, take the trio, plug it in, and see that it's activated. The sanitizing solution will come in the red bottle marked Cleaner Sanitizer. You have two ways to put the sanitizing solution into the trio: the original scoop or the now more convenient Exactogram dispenser. If you have the scoop, simply remove the top of the trio. We'll be using the Trio Plus here. As we said earlier in the video, the Trio Plus has improved electrics and enhanced alloys to provide for a higher level of sanitizing solution in one single brewing. Take the top off of the sanitizing catalyst, take the scoop, and put in 2 level scoops into the water. Once you put that into the solution, replace the cap on top of the trio center and start the brewing process. The brewing process on the Trio Plus is approximately 5 minutes and will give you a ready-to-use light chlorine solution for appropriate sanitizing of all surfaces. When using the Trio sanitizer with the Exactogram measuring device, take the lid off the top of the Trio sanitizer solution. Take the Exactogram measuring device and screw it onto the bottle like this. The Exactogram does exactly what the scoop does, but in a far more precise fashion, and is much neater and easier to use. Simply take the lid off of the top of the Trio or the Trio Plus. Take the Exactogram dispenser and turn it upside down over the bottle. You'll put in 2 measured amounts of sanitizing catalyst into the Trio Plus. Replace the lid on the Trio Plus and then push the activation button. The device will begin to activate and it'll begin to make the sanitizing catalyst for you. Always remember that you can leave the Exactogram measuring device on the top of the Trio bottle. This provides for a safe containment area for the Trio catalyst. You needn't take it off until the bottle is used up. When the bottle is used up completely, simply remove the Exactogram dispenser from the top of the bottle and put the bottle in the appropriate recycling container, as all supplement bottles from GenEon are 100% recyclable. Now that we've built a batch of the sanitizing solution, we need to measure the effectiveness of what we brewed. The solution becomes hypochlorous acid. Hypochlorous acid is the human body's own natural defense system for when we get sick. The solution is not toxic, it's not dangerous, it won't harm your skin or your clothing, and it won't take colors out of fabrics either. To test the strength of the solution, simply open up the top of the Trio decanter. We're going to use a different type of measuring strip called high-range free chlorine strips. These strips measure the amount of hypochlorous acid or free available chlorine that's present in the water. This will tell us how strong the sanitizer is. We simply take the strip, like before with the pH, press it in the water, swirl it around for a couple of seconds, and then we can take it out of the solution. When we put that next to the gauge on here, we can see that we've created 100 parts per million of free available chlorine. Now it's important to know that at 50 parts per million, the US EPA says that you have a sanitizer. At 100 parts per million, you have a much more highly effective sanitizer bordering on a disinfectant. At this level, the solution is still safe near people, it's still safe near animals, and it won't harm your skin or your clothing because it's still neutral pH.